All right. 106.7 KROQ, Klein Alley Show. Perry Farrell, you ever been to a festival? Well, this guy is probably to thank for that because long before there was a Coachella or any of the others, this man had put on Lollapalooza and, Jane's Addiction. We've got quite a history with Perry Farrell here at the radio station. If you would like tickets, by the way, to see Perry Farrell, happening next week, Belasco Theater, February 17th. Tickets on sale now, Ticketmaster.com. But Perry Farrell was nice enough to give us some pairs. So call us the second we're done chatting, and we will give you some tickets to go to the show. And now the great Perry Farrell back on KROQ. What's up, dude?
No, Allie?
Allie has just had a baby, so she's home on maternity leave right now.
Oh, wow. Well, congratulations to Allie, right?
I know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was what an exciting moment for everyone, especially Crystal, because that means she gets to come hang out with us and she gets to chat with the great Perry Farrell back on KROQ. What's up, my friend?
I'm doing really well. What about you guys?
Doing amazing.
We'll talk for a moment about your show at the Belasco, and we will give away another pair of tickets. People have been very excited about winning these tickets from us all week. But I did want to chat because you are in so many ways referred to as the godfather of the festivals, right? You are the genius behind let's get all of these cool bands together at the same place at the same time. And nowadays with the bands, right? You get the big font bands and the little font bands, and it's a big deal if you're a band and you get big font. We talk to bands all the time that are like, I remember the year we went from little font to big font. Is that a Perry Farrell staple? Were you the man who decided, let's go ahead and put big font with certain bands?
No, I not really. I wish everybody was a big font band, but I'll tell you something interesting. As I got my thoughts together for this interview, so I was just thinking, how they're always saying, rock is dead, and then a few years later they'll say, no, there's this band Radiohead or whatever, Jane's Addiction or Soundgarden. No, rock's not dead, and then they'll wait a few more years and they'll say rock is dead. Well, I was just thinking about this. We've had a very interesting last few years, as we all know. Everything from, crazy politics, age of information, and, of course, COVID. And what I think COVID did in a positive, because we have to make something positive out of this situation. When my boys were holed up for the last 2 years, 2.5, it's going to be like almost 2.5 years, they picked up instruments. It was like music to my ears. It touched my heart. But they started playing, all the instruments that I've got around the house. Their friends started coming over. I've got a garage band every afternoon and evening in my house. And my neighbors are not that happy as I am. But the reason I'm telling you all this is there's so many groups now all around Los Angeles. And there's so many kids that are getting in bands. It's going to be a super exciting time as we come out into the sunshine, which is right around now.
I want to talk Heaven After Dark and working with your wife because you guys are on stage together. And what is that dynamic like? Is there a switch you guys turn on and off when you're on the stage, and then when it's time to go home?
I would say there is definitely a switch. The reason I know that is because 2019, we were on the road. We were getting into it, right? And it got so bad, it's like, I'm going to go get my own room. Oh, yeah, well, go ahead and get your own room, And it went on for weeks almost.
Oh, no.
But, yeah, of course it did. So, but anyway, that's okay. I've been in a fight with her one time for a year, but we've always gotten out.
Well, think about it. All the bands get in fights on the road, so you add into the mix not just someone you perform with, but also the person you're married to. It's the two most powder keg situations in the planet: your musical partner and your life partner in the same place, same time on the road. Yep. Let me ask you, Perry Farrell, while we have you on KROQ, it's cool to have you on with us. KROQ is about to celebrate its 50th birthday, and love to get some thoughts from you as to how KROQ has been impactful to you, to your bands.
I can remember vividly. This is a really fun story I'll share with you. So driving around with Dave Navarro, who had a habit of brushing his hair in the rearview mirror while he drove about, 80 miles an hour everywhere. And we're just driving around, and then on came Jane Says. And then I remember it was just, for a kid that that makes music. The radio was so important to our lives. So we were driving, and then one of my own songs came on, and that's the moment I will never forget. It stunned me, and I just kind of felt like this. I began to be filled with joy, and it was KROQ.
Beautiful story. Perry Farrell, thanks for joining us, dude.
Thanks, Klein. Thanks, Crystal.
Of
Okay,
course.
we'll speak again, I hope.